Hello, everybody. This is Professor Albert Nygren. I'm the Executive Director and Curator of the New Jersey International Film Festival. We're celebrating our 27th year, and the 2022 NJIFF will be taking place between June 3rd and June 12th, online and in person for many of the shows at Rutgers University. Today we have two wonderful filmmakers here, and I'll introduce you to them in a second. But if you would like to get more information about the festival, go to our website, which is njfilmfest.com. And when you get to the homepage, go to current events and click on that red button for the International Film Festival, which will bounce you to our Eventive website, because we're partnering with Eventive.org because they do a wonderful job streaming films. We're kind of a hybrid festival this go-round, and we're now doing more live screenings. But today, I'd like to introduce you to the makers of Love Forbids You, which is an amazing short experimental film that we'll be screening on Saturday, June 4th, as part of our Shorts #1 program. And we have Will Retweger and Wendy Lee. They're here to tell you about their movie. So I saw this film, I was part of the jury, and I thought, wow, this is a terrific film noir. But as I was mentioning to you before, film noirs are usually very chatty, but your film is silent film. Why did you guys decide to shoot it that way? Will, I'll ask you that question since you're the director.
Good question. So I don't feel like, if you can remember, I was like consciously setting out to be like, this is going to be a silent film. But I had a friend of mine say, you know, you have a face to like recreate music videos. I didn't know what that meant. But when I was trying to think about what to do next and try and feel my way through like something I wanted to do creatively, I was like, I've never really focused on a shot list before, and this was the first time, and I wanted to just try it out, and it felt really pure to me, and I was like, you don't need to muddy the waters with words. It's just, you know, images and visual poetry.
It's a very atmospheric film, and it's beautiful black and white, and the music by Jeremy Chontao?
Yes.
Chontao is just amazing. I mean, and it kind of maintained, it felt like a Chinatown score, you know, it had that film noir feel to it, but it also had its own unique aspects that separated from the traditional film noir music. And the other main thing that I recognize is that you're both the stars of the movie.
We are.
So tell us a little bit about the movie, Wendy, since you're in it, but tell us how you figure, how do you see yourself in the movie? I mean, are you just a producer and an actor? Were you involved in the making or the writing of the film?
I wasn't involved directly in the writing of the film, but I would say that I was a creative collaborator with Will along the way throughout the entire process. After the concept, he had the concept, and then, you know, we collaborated together to bring you toward the final product. And
so what is the audience seeing? I mean, if you could give us the tagline.
I feel like, you know, we've both kind of tried to answer this in different ways, and it's like, I feel like the audience can see what they want to see from it. It's kind of like a dreamlike state.
Yeah.
You know, it's a little bit of how do you interpret it. I would say it's a maze of emotions.
The film, pretty straightforward. You kind of play a detective, and you have a picture of a young woman, and you're looking for her. You come to this place, and Wendy, you play a crystal ball reader is what I was calling you before, but obviously a person who knows perhaps where this person is, and without telling people what they're ultimately going to see, all of this information is without words. And that, I think, is brilliant because it's a silent film, right? And Will, you're an aspiring actor as well, and so you get to show off your acting ability in this film using gesture and facial expression. Was that something that you guys realized you wanted to do fairly quickly in the making of the movie?
Yeah, great question. We had spoken a lot about, you know, honest conversation, and I think I've said to you before, like, the most honest conversation is often body language and the eyes, and even the feet. Like, just reading about body language, like, I've seen a lot of things with the feet, and I'm not sure. I really don't remember if we set out to do that on purpose, but it ended up being that way. And I mean, if you watch the film, you'll understand from the body language, like, I guess, the state of mind of what the characters are in, and it's not what most people would expect when I say that.
I think a lot of that developed as we were filming it.
How do you guys know each other?
Good question.
We did a leadership training about almost 4 years ago.
Yeah.
together, and that's how we
Yeah,
met.
because you're in different parts. Both of you are Jersey artists.
Yeah.
Since you're in Howell and you're based in Atlantic City. So that was, when you said that to me before, I said, well, how do these guys know each other? That, like in two different parts of the state, so that explains it. Well, that's wonderful. I have time maybe for one more question. Were there any challenges at shooting at night?
That's a great question.
Oh.
Yeah, I would say part of the reason, a little secret, I'll let you in on the secret of
All right.
another reason why it's black and white is because we were quite inexperienced with lighting, and we figured we can get away with a lot more using black and white.
Yeah.
So at night, we had to be very improvisational with our lighting choices and cramming in as much as we could get in the time we had.
Yeah, well, you know, it comes out brilliantly. Without giving too much away about the ending, there's one shot where you see this beam of light on an object that's in a stream, and you just catch it right. And I'm saying, God, that thing could just float away, and it didn't. It stayed there, and it shimmers and it shines, and it really worked out great.
Thank you. Team effort.
Yeah. Well, folks, you've got to absolutely check out Love Forbids You on Saturday, June 4th at the New Jersey International Film Festival. Will and Wendy's film was one of 29 that were selected out of 667 works. I think that's what it was. We're only showing 3% of what we actually screened. And if you'd like more information, go to njfilmfest.com and click on current events to see our lineup. Thanks so much for joining us, you guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.